And we're back to another episode, Two Guys Small Talk, episode 10. This episode is called God is Watching You.
Jesus.
I'm Evan O'Neill.
I'm TJ Wasiuk.
I'm Matt Strong, Shade One. This is Nutter Tut, Keenan Willis.
How you doing?
AKA.
Representing Seafoam Sound.
Seafoam Sound in the building.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, welcome, fellas. Welcome to the fucking show.
Dude, thanks for having us. We're really excited to be here.
All right, so we got to get into this Q&A session real quick since there's two of you. All right. Tell us about yourselves real quick. Like, where are you from? What do you do?
You want to start this one off?
I'll kick this off. My name's Keenan Willis. I feel like I'm at a job interview. Jesus.
Don't feel nervous,
Okay,
man.
I'm on stage as Nutter Tut, and I'm with this collective called Seafoam Sound, and it's a cool bunch of people. We're making hip hop. We're making house music. The Party Upstairs shouts out Elijah Young. Jay Hill shouts out. We got photographers and graphic designers. And we're kind of digging ourselves into this hip hop community. Actually, they had been
they'd been a group for like what, 2 years?
Just about. I had actually just recently joined the group.
It was something about they did a bunch of acid in the woods and came together and had a realization that something awesome could happen. And then
this is usually what happens when you know
we all need somebody.
right. At least this is the story that I was told. And then he came along.
That's pretty good. I could see
and
that.
he started doing his shit. They started doing shows. And then what, 6 months ago?
Yeah, man, we've done just so many shows.
6 months ago, yeah.
We've been out at Tempe Tavern. We've been out in Flagstaff. We just went out to L.A. actually.
Yeah, we just got back from L.A. in a recording session for a week. We just did a Shady Park show. There's videos out there. Shouts to Pale Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then about 6 months ago, I got on the scene. I just started hanging out. They got me on my first show.
See, this man is ridiculous because this dude he was sitting on just like these gold fire ass beats for like years,
like 4 years.
And we started working together.
I
so
wasn't
like
doing anything with them.
Yeah, I
just
wasn't doing
sitting
anything.
on
Yeah, I mean TJ knows. He knows.
I had to bring him into the collective and show everybody what he had, and he's been part of a really good fit as Seafoam. So we've been very
it all kind of just worked out. Like everything just happened for a reason.
What did you do the beats for the shows then?
They put me on a show. I just did like a live chop session. Shouts to Guild, shouts to Dungeon Destroyer.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And then we've just been making songs.
Give us their handles. We'll tag it in the video.
Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah, we'll shout out everybody for sure. And yeah, man, so it's just kind of been one thing after another, and we're just trying to get this going on. Got a show June 22nd. Shouts to Crescent Ballroom, which is a big deal. Yeah, big deal. Julius King.
For real. That's
cool.
Cool.
It's actually not our personal show, but shouts to Elijah Young and Julius King.
Still being a part of it?
Yeah. Crescent
Tell us
Ballroom
actually is going to be there.
Tell us, yeah.
It's going to be.
It's one of my favorite venues.
Yeah.
It's a big one. It's a good one. It's going to be huge. So we're excited. Slowly but surely, just finding this lane that we're in,
Yeah, and
that's cool. All right, hey, I got a real important question. How many times have you ever done the sex?
Done the in the PVG thing?
Does it count if you cry after though? Is my question.
That's the real question.
I've never done it. I don't know what counts.
If you're asking about how many women the two of us have been with,
and
collectively
or individually, both. To sound like a greasy human, I lost count at about 40.
I'm gonna just follow suit and say that as well, but who doesn't love whores? That's you can't even.
I mean, if you've ever been to Bangkok,
come on, you can't be mad at anybody.
Bangkok, man.
Well, I have a question for you guys then. If we're gonna talk about this,
not discounting myff as a whore either in that statement.
That's
we're all whores. Okay.
Yeah, that's
only some of us get paid.
Yeah.
How do we start doing that?
Only be so
you need
lucky.
a pimp? I'm not sure if. Anyways, but it's normal to weep after the sex. Yes. I mean, my mom told me that's okay. Is that?
Helps console you afterwards as well.
I don't know if. All right. Anywho.
Next question: how many tattoos do you have, Mr. Matt?
Me, I have just this shitty ass unfinished sleeve of pirate tomfoolery. I don't know if you see my
Bro, I've been
captain
watching
here.
Pirates of the Caribbean all fucking weekend. So
That's beautiful. There it is. Yeah. And then Nutter, you have 2 now.
I just started my little journey. I've got Arizona tatted right here on my wrist.
And then he has a swastika on his.
And then
penis tip. The tip of his dick has a swastika on
Just
it.
a huge,
I doubt that.
it's a pretty big.
God is watching you. Exactly.
Actually, a funny story. When my homie got a machine in the mail, a tattoo machine in the mail. He just asked me if I wanted one.
Sticker pokes, huh?
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
it was a horrible experience for me. But the tattoo came out not looking too bad. It was his first one.
Shouts to Aiden for that. Shouts to Aiden,
That's a
graphic designer.
Yeah.
Straight up, Aiden's
man.
the man. Did acid for the first time with that guy. It was great. Good dude.
It's always a good time with that guy.
Yeah. Ask me about my wiener.
All right, let's hear about your How
Laying
big?
down.
Girth wise, it's probably the size of a Campbell's soup can, but length it's probably like a bumblebee tuna. So you know.
Yeah, man. I
Realistically.
also have a cheese wheel.
That's tight. Yeah. They
Speaking of cheese wheels, doesn't Wilderness have great cheese curds?
fuck Wilderness. I don't work there anymore, and I don't console or respect that establishment.
Where do you go?
I'm unemployed. I'm just a starving artist right
Oh,
now,
damn.
to be honest.
Yo, that's
He's a
what's
floater.
up.
Free though.
Yeah,
Just floating.
just floating through life. I have like 3 job interviews tomorrow. It's not a big deal, but it's fine. Fuck Wilderness, publicly.
He's just letting it out.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know what that place is, but it's okay.
The views and commentary of the guests of this show. Who's the host?
Who fucking said that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
Speaking
know.
of that-
Dude. I live in Louisiana. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm guessing the restaurant you worked for, or bar or whatever.
Yeah, it's a Bavarian bathhouse that also serves food. And yeah, you can you get very
that up?
A lot of
No,
cross
I'm not
contamination.
kidding. It's basically like a lot of hairy, large women giving you a sweaty massage, and you can also get a soggy burger afterwards if you want.
That doesn't sound bad though.
Yeah,
I don't
honestly.
know. It doesn't
Sounds very
sound
moist.
The thing is, it's very moist, but it exfoliates the skin, and I promise you've never had a massage better than my girl Helga. Shouts to Helga.
Oh,
Yeah.
Helga?
Yeah, she just, those hands of hers are just, they're manly, but they're,
baby soft.
yeah, they're delightful. So,
Snoo snoo.
yeah, death by sushi. Well,
The flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing.
exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. Absolutely. But no. Also, hey, side note, thanks for having us out here, guys. Shouts to you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
2 guys and a few good conversations, if you ask me, man. It's great.
Thanks, dude. That's so sweet.
So,
Yeah.
what I wanted to talk about.
A gift basket at the end of the year.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
It's like a gimp suit and a ball gag and all that stuff.
Do you prefer white chocolate or dark?
Yeah, well, come on, this guy. he know he loves that white chocolate, man.
But I've been on the hunt for some dark chocolate.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll tell Helga.
So, yeah, let Helga know, please. Yeah,
I had yellow fever before.
is that right?
It's a
It's a disease that never goes away.
That's
no, man.
that's what I've
once
heard.
once you attain it, it's yours forever. Man.
I just feel like there's so much that I've experienced, but I have a lot to learn. And there's a certain book you need to read to learn certain things, I feel. And it's just a book
Dude,
I'd like
it's
to
like
read.
it's like throwing your kid in the shallow end, man. You just got to do it.
You just got to get in there. Yeah.
Let them do. It'll change your life. I've told so many white dudes this because all the white dudes
Let's be
want to be
real.
like, no, black girls not really my thing. I'm like, bruh, why don't you go ahead, bag you one, see what it's like. It's dope. It'll change your life. Swear you won't come out the other side the same thoughts.
It's like the first time.
And every white boy that ever got with a black girl who I've given this advice to, they know now, and they looking at me. I'm looking at them. It's like
see.
you know where I'm coming from.
trying.
These black women are fantastic, bro.
Shouts to all the black queens out there.
Yeah, I love all the black queens, Nubians.
My Nubian sisters, holla at me. Shade1, Facebook. Hit me up. I'm
I
looking.
love it. You heard it, ladies. You heard it.
Hit me
TJ,
up.
you got some tech news for us, man?
Yeah. So what I wanted to talk today, which I saw on BBC News, they're saying is using too much computers, relying on computers, dangerous.
Absolutely.
Like, how everything's stored on the computer nowadays.
Absolutely.
And when stores their credit cards and all these websites.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
I've never had my shit hacked personally. I've never had a case of the stolen identities.
You never had Target?
Neither have I, but then again, if you want to be me, you have a sad life because my bank account is negative most of the time.
If you
And
stay poor,
if-
you don't
if
have
you-
any problem of.
That's
I'm
true.
sure
people
that there
trying
have
to
been
give you shit.
attempts.
I mean,
But my broke
if you want to
ass.
be a skinny white guy with a tiny penis, I mean, there's a bunch of other guys to do that with. You don't need my identity. You know, let's just be honest. Shouts to the black ladies. Hey, come on, I worked it though. I worked it though.
Yeah, I feel like the more that it's good that we rely on technology so much because we're just advancing as humans. It's like you can't really stop evolution. This is just a part of our evolution.
I
Like,
agree with that as
feel
well.
that, yeah.
But I feel like, okay, on some serious shit, technology is advancing way faster than we are.
Exactly.
I feel like the world, which is, the government, if you will, is ran in an old way in a new world, and they can't keep up with the way things are going. And I feel like as far as evolution goes, I think we're gonna reach a point in time where we have to stem between like being a hive-minded like species, or continue to be the individualist that we are. Because I feel
so
like
what you're talking about is American democracy versus the rest of what the world's doing.
sure, I guess so, maybe.
No, I'm serious. like if you look at it, you're gonna have like a socialist or utopian. You have these like stories where the entire world is under one government.
The Giver?
Right. Well, that's
And
the
that's
new
the only
world
way that
order,
we're
as
gonna
they call
achieve that
it.
as a species.
Right. Well, that's just the next big step. I mean, look. What was it? 200,000 people volunteered to take a one-way trip to colonize Mars. Like,
That's true.
I mean, that's a huge thing. I mean, yeah, people will die, but I mean, don't we do that all the time, anyways? Wouldn't it be cool to be like, I died on Mars. What's good? How you doing, guy? You got 5 fingers? I got 6. Well, whatever. Whatever that happens on the other side. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I like to imagine this situation where we kind of do what happens in Alien. We just go out
Right.
and we just go to sleep. It's like, well, there's only 600 million humans left, and we're not currently exploring anything. Let's just go to sleep.
yeah. I feel like
100
While
years.
we float through space.
space travel is only cool for the first hour and a half while you're up there.
Realistically.
And,
I mean, how much is the view gonna change?
Yeah.
Right.
you know?
Right.
Oh, there's
Once
another
every
star.
100 years.
Hey, look, there's that same blip of light that was there an hour and a half ago. I'm gonna go to. It's like Rocket Man.
It's like they named
when
every
they
single
all-
star. That's how long
Yeah.
they've been up for.
Yeah, no, I'd rather sleep. I'd rather.
He's like awake for 8 months, and everyone's in like the chrono sleep, and he like eats all the food and paints the fucking Sistine Chapel on the ceiling of the
That's fucking
spaceship with the
nuts.
food and shit. Yeah, that was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
Shouts to Rocket Man.
Yeah.
Shouts to everybody today. Shouts
Yeah.
to Rocket Man.
All the shouts.
So
Anyways.
the original question was,
What's up?
Was there anything else to that, TJ?
what was the original question? Is it dangerous
Do you
to be
think
using?
it's dangerous to rely too much on the computers? Like,
Well, you
for
could even
everything?
go. You could even go as far as to talk about like with the World of Warcraft, like back when people were, so like literally addicted to this game, and like what I mean. It's like virtual reality and like artificial intelligence and all that shit is just a fucking wild thing.
I don't know if you know this, man, but we managed to observe how a real epidemic would work through World of Warcraft.
Exactly.
Yeah, there was like a virus or something that was on the game a couple of years ago, and not everybody was affected, but it was highly infectious.
Right.
Like just being around somebody, I guess, gave your character AIDS.
Wow, AIDS.
Yeah,
Wow, AIDS.
yeah, we were
Wow,
able to
AIDS.
sit there and gather that.
Is that
data.
better or worse than normal AIDS?
Probably a million trillion times better.
depends which.
I don't know.
Well, either way, you're not getting laid. I'm just kidding. I used to play WoW and I totally got laid.
I feel like I don't know. It'd be scary for us to go backwards with as far as the technology thing.
What
Let's
if-
rely
Oh,
on
no,
technology.
yeah.
You leave your phone at home when you go out. And
You feel naked,
yeah.
stressful, anxiety.
I feel like the only way that we can even progress is if we do rely
embrace
on these,
it.
embrace these,
Yeah.
and adapt in that fashion. Because I mean,
I feel like we our generation, our time frame, like our lifetime, and then maybe our children's lifetime, are just kind of like these building blocks. Because eventually, I think we're gonna have like some type of integrated technology with our life,
Oh,
right?
easily.
Like some type of cybernetic implant, or maybe glasses that everybody wears.
Right.
And
Just
we're
look
in
at,
this weird phase. We're in this weird phase where we're like addicted to looking down and being, out of the situation that we're currently in because we have to escape while we're in the middle of a talk show, and we just eventually that won't happen. Like Matt would be able to look forward and then see that message that he just read.
Right.
Like, okay, noted, got it. I'll reply later.
Yeah, no big fucking ignore. This bitch does not.
Yeah,
stop.
unfortunately, our
Seriously.
time frame is this stepping stone. I feel.
No, I feel you, because I thought about this too. I was high off my balls the other day. I think we had just recorded something. I was thinking about it, and it was in Cali actually. While we're still there, and fucking, because we were basically just high that entire time. But either way, fucking, I was outside smoking a cigarette. And I was thinking, Facebook has almost been the staple for social media for 10 years now. And like, what, it came out in 2008? Was it 2008 or 2009?
It was released started
to the public,
off very
right?
inclusively a couple of years before that.
I think the first time I got Facebook was like 2009.
I feel like it got super big in 2010.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I think
But
that's what I'm saying.
everybody
Like, it
had one by
started.
08.
Yeah.
That's when your parents started getting them.
Yeah, that's
Oh, man,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like 2010, 11, it's like,
60
Grandma, what are you
pixels.
doing on Facebook, and why are you sending nudes to me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we that'll happen to everybody.
They're now
I'm sure.
online. What's
Right.
going on?
And then you realize why you craft your sex. But anyways, the moral of the
no
story
wonder why
is,
there's horrible politics online right now.
right, because all these old fucks don't know how to. Anyways, use an emoji. Anywho, but what I was getting at, so like it's almost been like a solid decade. Like MySpace was around for like 4 years. You know what I mean? There was like all these other Twitter's huge too. Don't get me wrong, but like Facebook was like a staple. So my thing is like, all right, 10 years of our lives we've been on this, all right, and then like none of us have kids, but once we do, 20 years from now, what's their social media gonna be like? You know what I mean? And then like, because you have to teach your kids like, don't like, because I remember when the internet came out, we kind of had to figure out like how to catch a predator and like who's real, who's not, like how to safely maneuver.
You know what, man?
You know what I mean? Like you have to teach your kids now how to maneuver on the internet
funny thing
safely.
is, I learned by myself.
I watched these.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody taught me. No, because the internet wasn't anything until
But
our generation.
I felt like it made me a stronger person seeing all that shit though.
I remember you're like 12 years old and you like porno's a thing. Like your buddy showed you your his dad's Playboy, and then the internet comes around, and now all of a sudden you come across barnyard porn. You're like, dear God, I'm 12. Why am I seeing a guy suck a pig's dick? Like
meme videos, and I watch like how they make fun of these kids who are making videos on YouTube for like Minecraft.
Dude,
I think of like these unfortunate gateway methods that people use. All right, Minecraft's cool, right? Like it's just a thing. But think about the amount of kids that play Minecraft.
That love it.
A lot of
that
them.
are like obsessed,
And
like
then they go
live
to
in that
YouTube
world.
because they love YouTube and they're looking up Minecraft, and then all I've got to do is a dirty old pervert. Minecraft dating animation, in which there are those, man.
There are those videos. Those
There's
videos
like
are on
Minecraft
YouTube.
high school videos that these autistic kids watch, man.
Autistic. So, okay. Well, hold on. All right. First, no, I'm kidding.
Well,
But
I'm sure any curious kid. I know I would have watched it. I remember reading Zelda porn way back in the day.
yeah.
if you're a child on the internet, like first of all, you're gonna see porn.
Yeah.
It's just on.
Yeah.
It's on
But
the
then
internet.
again-
It's most of the internet. You're gonna see porn.
Then again,
Second of all, if you're having a bad day, go ahead and go to YouTube and open up that How to Catch a Predator.
Dude,
that'll.
Shouts to Chris Hansen.
Hansen is
He's
a
a
hero.
fucking hero. He's saving lives and saving little girls'
He's
vaginas
an
and
hero.
bubbles.
Dude, and it's like, cause if you're having a shit day, you're like, man, I
I'm
fucked
terrible.
up that
I just got
presentation.
fired.
Got fired.
Nobody likes me.
Throw
I
on
suck
How to
at
Catch a
life.
Predator, and I tell you, at least I'm not a fucking child predator.
And if that doesn't work-
Hey.
it makes you feel great.
It
How
does.
much of that is real?
How much is To Catch a Predator real?
Yeah.
I like to believe it's.
I
all
like to
real.
believe all of
I
it is
don't know.
real. I don't know. There is some.
I remember
trust
this
reality
one
TV.
time they caught this guy and they let him go, and then they caught him again the very next day.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And they caught him at like McDonald's or whatever, and I was like,
No, there was
aye.
I just wanted my cheeseburgers.
no, there was a guy who was on the same show, To Catch a Predator, twice in the same week for the same
Damn.
offense,
It's like, bro.
obviously. But yeah, he's like, didn't I just see you? He's like, dear God.
I don't know how much do you
yeah.
got to get paid though to be an actor on that show?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They are
I would
actors.
never
To act like a pervert?
even to act.
No, it doesn't matter. The general public's going to see it and think that you're a sexual predator.
Yeah.
I
And then
think
they'll try to
that's-
kill you.
That's why it's real. That's why it's got to be
I don't
real.
know.
Because you
It's gotta
can't
be
pay any.
real.
Because being labeled a predator.
That's worse than,
It's
like-
worse than. It's
How
almost worse
easy
than.
to
It's
find
worse
a
than
predator
going to
then?
fucking jail.
How many episodes does he have?
Who? To get
You know what?
Predator?
You know, most
Infinity.
people would justify a murder one way or the other, but child predation.
You just
no.
can't. You just
There's no
can't.
justification for
No,
that.
yeah, you
The
sick
closest
fuck.
thing I heard, and even this is just wildly outlandish. But he goes,
Oh,
why?
man.
He goes, why did you want to do this? And he goes, it's just got to be like the purest, cleanest.
I feel
thing.
that. I feel that.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the closest thing. That's like, okay, but if that's what you want, find a virgin. They exist. You can find, you know what I mean? You don't need a 12-year-old.
Oh, God.
Well, let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this.
Next subject.
That's why I don't stand behind R. Kelly.
You know you
Yeah.
have your
Fuck
like
R. Kelly
first
for life, by the
girlfriend,
way.
right?
Your
You have
first
girlfriend, and then you guys break up, and then she's talking to some other dude, and then you're like wildly jealous, right?
Uh-huh.
And you like maybe you wouldn't take her back if you found out she slept with some dude because she's not pure anymore. It's like a thing that dudes feel. I'm not saying every dude or all dudes, but they feel like they have to have this untouched territory, and I feel like
agree.
they have to be in control of it. I feel like it's a power issue too.
I
Like,
agree
can
with
men be
that.
prude? That seems like the prudest fucking thing I have to have untouched.
Okay.
Like,
But
dude, go
I feel
ahead.
you on that. I feel you. I feel
No,
both sides.
yeah.
I feel both sides because there's
Of course.
definitely been like that one girl like that's mine. Don't
Yeah.
fucking touch that.
And then
You know
some
what I
dudes
mean?
just can't let that go.
But then, no, but then there's other chicks where it's like you had that too, right? Like, you know what I mean? I think it depends on the female because it's like it's that old saying like, oh, a guy can sleep with 1,000,000 girls and that's awesome, but if a girl sleeps with 1,000,000 guys, why? Well, because if the key opens many doors.
That's
It's
a
a good
terrible
key.
analogy. That's a
Dude, I
terrible
don't know. I
analogy.
feel like it's awesome either way. If a girl sleeps with 1,000,000 dudes, that's cool. I'm gonna wrap my shit up. Doesn't mean I want to have sex with
Right.
you any
Yeah,
less.
I
No, I
got
feel
you.
you there.
That's where I'm at. I
Like-
do not care. I'm still gonna wear protection.
I
Yeah.
actually don't believe in condoms, but you know,
That's a dangerous game you're playing, my friend.
it's a lot
That
of
is-
fun. But it's a lot more fun than your game.
I've never had sex, so all of my opinions.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Well, like I said, I was lying out my ass when I said the number earlier. It's literally like 1.5. So
half of one or 1.5?
one and a
One
half.
and a half.
That is because
That's still half of
the half
one
was
in there.
Helga, right?
Hell
Yeah, exactly. No,
My darling.
the Bavarian
No,
midget.
Helga is worth 1.5.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. She's 1.5 women. You can have sex with her vagina and her armpit, and it basically feels the same. But her hands are as smooth as eggs.
Smooth as eggs.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's a good. I haven't heard that one.
yeah, I haven't either.
It's actually a Dave Chappelle.
Chappelle,
Yeah.
huh?
Shouts to Dave Chappelle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black it up, you guys. Come on.
I would-
Should have your arm
Did you
more
guys see
often
that?
then.
You guys see Chappelle stand up?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
dude.
I thought it was gold. I thought it was.
I watched it, and then I watched the crowd not react, and I was like, ah! Y'all don't get Dave Chappelle.
Well,
do
yeah.
you?
See,
Everybody gets
all those,
theirs.
all
Oh, yeah,
those
he even-
goddamn hipsters want to come. Oh, Dave Chappelle's gonna.
Right.
Yeah,
and then
you
they're
know.
like, I'm offended.
Stuff.
I'm offended.
You know what?
What do you think he was gonna say?
They released that, and then they waited to release Bill Nye right afterwards. It was like
Right. They're
the
like,
opposite.
oh, no, wait,
That
wait
Bill
for
Nye
it.
was some
Yeah.
We
bullshit.
got something else for you. Like it's.
We got something you'll like.
It's okay.
Bill
Dude,
Nye
It's your old
Shield.
favorite little guy,
Shouts-
Bill Nye.
Shouts to
I
Bill
love
Nye.
Bill
Shouts
Nye.
to
I
Bill
love
Nye.
Bill Nye. He is saving the planet, like with this information. But that show is not for me. And like they had that, they did have that like transsexual. Like, did you see that? It was fucking terrible.
I mean,
like
right,
there's
The
better
whole
ways of going
show,
about
I
that.
feel like, was insulting to its core audience,
Yeah.
adults.
yeah.
It treated you like you were an idiot, like you don't
No,
already
treated
know
like you were
this
still
stuff.
in high school watching Bill Nye, the
Yeah.
science guy, and it's
No,
like, can you
exactly.
just like?
And then like the amount of fakeness and the lack of fact checking, because I watched them and I sat there and fact checked them. And I
I
was just
basically,
like,
I only liked the first episode about global warming. Everything else,
I
was
don't
a
even
complete
like
fuck
that
off.
one. But global
Yeah.
warming is real, y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
talking
No,
about.
it really is.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
that
saying.
shit is
That's
real.
why I like that one specifically because it's like, you know, a lot of people are like, that doesn't exist, and it's like, please purge yourself and get out of the gene pool. But you know, because yeah,
It's a scary ass. Like people don't think that shit exists.
Well, they also think the world's flat.
Well,
it's
yeah.
wait, it's not.
It's crazy.
Wait,
work.
it's
No,
not?
what hard thinks the
Sorry,
world's
Michelle.
flat?
Wait, what do you
Sure.
mean the world's not flat? What is? I don't. Everyone's like, wait, is this guy serious?
Is the world flat?
The world is not fucking flat. Are you kidding me? Like, if you.
Prove it. You can't.
I-
If
Shut
the
up.
Earth,
They
hey,
always
if the
try to
Earth is
do it.
round, how come my house don't slide down the street?
What is the thing that the guy, the religious Trump guy, he's like, what Americans need to understand is, I don't remember the whole. What was it? You guys wanted to talk about? It's the French thing with the speaking of global warming, like
The French
Oh yeah,
climate.
is this my segment, TJ?
sure, yeah, let's hit
Paris
this up.
climate?
The Paris climate event or whatever.
All right, so people don't understand the Paris Climate Agreement.
Spill it, man.
They
We
wanna
just watched a
They
video.
want to be mad. They want to be mad that Trump backed out of it, but Trump backed out of it, and it was a good thing. Now I'm not
see.
pro-Trump. I don't like Trump at all.
You're a Trump lover.
No, dude. No. The Paris Climate Agreement was signed in 2015 by Obama.
Correct.
We had already been cutting our greenhouse gas emissions before that. The year before, in 2014, we made an agreement with China that we would both cut down because we were
China.
top two.
They killed
China.
So
China.
what the Paris Agreement really was is every member who's in the agreement puts money into the UN's bank account. The UN is then supposed to build green power plants in developing countries so that way they don't rely on fossil fuels. The reason why this fails is because it's been 2 years and no power plants have been built, and 2, because we were the only ones paying into it.
I am
So
not
how is that-
educated enough on this topic to retort, but I'm gonna do my best. So
I wanna.
if I sound like a
understand-
fool,
I want to understand
Don't
why
blame
why that is a terrible thing. That
Well,
we
I
were, first of
feel
all,
like-
that we were the only
Well,
ones paying.
because if you wanted to make a green impact, then you would make it cheaper for me and you to be able to buy solar panels.
right? But then
A third world
didn't they
developing
outlaw solar panels in Arizona? Wasn't that a thing? No, I heard
Right.
that you can't do that now.
Yeah, you can.
No, I heard there was a bill that was passed that you can no longer do that.
There's no way.
That's fucked
Yeah,
up.
no,
There's
it's
no way.
Arizona. Yeah,
There's
there's
no
no
way.
way. There's
Okay,
no way.
then maybe some guy was, whatever. That's why you don't.
Yeah,
that's why you
that
don't get
fake
news.
news shit,
That's why you don't
bro.
get news at the bar from drunk old people. Okay, people. That's the lesson number one.
Look. There used to be a subsidy program where if you bought solar panels, the government would give you money and say, "Hey, thanks for this is a tax write-off."
Right, as
Right.
it should be.
Well, that expired underneath Obama. Obama didn't re-sign for that. So this money that we were putting into the Paris Climate Agreement is never going to come back to our economy. It's not. I mean, it was put in to make the world a better place,
Right.
but we're still letting the countries that we're giving this energy to, which we haven't done yet, we're still letting them cut down forest. We're still letting them double their coal production. They're still going to keep polluting.
Here's okay.
It's not gonna.
I don't
stop it.
understand why
To
we
my
would have to
understanding-
pull out of this agreement because
To my
there is a
understanding-
clause that every nation does have to pay money, but like it's not enforced. They're not gonna turn their backs. They're not gonna send an army to go collect.
Yeah, to
especially
my
not
understanding,
America.
it
There's no
was-
reason to actually pull out of it.
Well, what's
There-
the point of being in it if we're not going to pay into it?
Well, here's
What's the point of pulling out? What's the point of pulling out of it when so much good can be done with it?
No, there's not. No, it's not. We haven't. It's been 2 years and nothing has come of it.
here's my thing though.
Where's my taxpayers?
but-
That money comes from me and you. That comes out of our taxes. That's not just Federal Reserve making money. That comes from us.
Right.
And I would be in support of it if we were actually building energy plants. But the UN hasn't
But
done
it's
that.
it's to my understanding that with like the what is it? The what is it when you do something wrong? Like
A
if I were to do something and have to go to court, it would be a like a
Reformation? Reprimand?
reprimand. Yeah, to what I watched online the other day, which is who fucking knows who knows what anymore, but it was that if any of the countries don't follow up with their end of the bargain, nothing happens. So why are we talking about this agreement, which really doesn't prove or make or do anything for anybody anyways, because you can just be like, nah, I don't want to do that shit. You know what I mean? It's like being like, hey, we're married, it's a legally binding contract, but if you don't want to do it anymore, nothing happens. It's like, in my opinion, it's like, the reality of the matter is there's clean energy and there's dirty energy, and there's things that don't hurt the earth and there's things that do hurt the earth. And I feel like what the real issue here is that we have old motherfuckers running this fucking world into the fucking ground, have no idea what the fuck they're doing. We've never met them. No one's ever met them. Voting citizens have never met them. And they're just making all of these decisions out the side of their neck, and we're all buying into it, and it's as much brainwash as anything else.
I feel that, man.
And I feel like that's really the bigger issue that nobody talks about. We just get distracted with, the France Green Party and the this and the that, and then we have some ding-dong guy who's literally has Down syndrome who eats chicken nuggets on the toilet.
I feel like it's dementia.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, and especially for young people, because I feel like we haven't been educated
KFC
worth a
though,
good
huh?
goddamn, and we've been taken
KFC.
advantage of the
Probably
most out of
The
any
worst one.
generation this far. I feel like, but nobody wants to do anything about it. Everyone wants to be like, I want to be accepted for my sexuality, and it's everyone's problem but mine. Or I want to be this because of this and that, and black people are this, and gay people are this, and white people are the reason that this and that, and the rich people and that, and everyone wants to point fingers at anybody else and instead of really looking at the bigger picture of what's really happening, and it's that a bunch of strangers control your life, and there's nothing you can do about it, and your opinion doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the bigger issue.
That's all politics is anyway.
But nobody, Fox News, CNN, any news, anybody's
the
not
key here
talking
is
about
the,
that.
the
They're just
goal here
talking
is
about.
to
Well, you know why
acquire
they're
enough
not
money.
They're not.
or
They aren't
status
talking about it because
to
they're
make a
owned
difference.
by those people. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Sorry,
what is
go
it?
ahead.
It's like 12.
See, we can all sit around and complain about it, and nobody's gonna hear it but us. You know,
I'm not high enough
The
for this
goal is
conversation, to be honest. Is there any
honestly, we should be
fucking-
smoking. But the goal is, at
But-
least that's what me and this dude do. I'm assuming this is what you guys do with your podcast is to make
Here to
enough
have this
money,
conversation.
gain enough status to where if you say something, it actually might
Holds
hit the
weight.
right person's ear. It holds weight. We're trying
Right.
to get enough money to where I don't have to care about other people's feelings.
Right.
Reach
And it
my
should be.
penis.
And if it's a lawsuit,
and I'm
I
just
can pay a
following
guy to
suit. I'm just
represent me in
following suit
XYZ
as
and
all
blah,
the
blah, blah.
other politicians, and this is it's a bunch of crap, bro.
Yeah.
We live in a really
Fake world. We live in a fake world, realistically.
Popularity contest.
It is.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
people after their own self interests, and
right, and
nobody's actually
we're
looking out
making
for
really
everybody.
dumb people famous. Like, even in high school, remember in high school, like, oh, the popular crowd, they were all a bunch of fucking retards. Nobody fucking likes them anymore. Nobody hangs, like, you know what I mean? Like, who are they anymore? You know what I mean? Like, it's what the world is. It's terrible. Next subject, anybody?
Yeah,
What movies have you guys seen lately?
Done.
I saw Guardians of the Galaxy. Was
Oh,
the
what did
last
we
one
watch
that I
with
saw.
Ice Cube and Charlie Day? What was that? Fist Fight?
Oh, Fist Fight.
That was
Fist
pretty.
Fight
That
we
was
saw.
hysterical-ish.
Yo,
I feel like every Ice Cube movie is the same thing with a different white guy as sidekick. Honestly, like I felt like 21 Jump Street, Ride Along, and Fist Fight were basically the same movie with a different white comedian or comedians next to Ice Cube.
Was it Right Along Two Black Guys?
Kevin Hart's basically.
Right Along was two black guys.
But yeah,
Are you about
comedian.
to say Kevin Hart is basically white?
No, I'm saying that he's a comedian.
That's a terrible thing.
I'm saying that he's a comedian. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
I said,
Oh,
but,
okay, okay.
but the other three. Okay, here we go. How do I dig myself out of this?
I do have a movie
Help me out.
recommendation. I saw this
I
film.
just saw The Arrival. That's pretty good.
What is that?
It was a space sci-fi movie that came out last year. Aliens show up and it follows the main character. She's trying to figure out how to communicate with them.
Okay.
It's I don't know the guy's name, but the guy is about to release Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, that fucking
He's
guy.
getting the Blade Runner sequel.
Tight. That's tight.
It's a very good movie.
Harrison Ford.
I don't know if it won an Oscar, but I know it was up there at the Oscars.
Did you guys see Backdoor Sluts Part 9? That was amazing.
I
Like-
just watched the South Park episode.
Yeah. No, the actual one, because at the end when Shaniqua takes that huge fist, it's amazing.
And
Really
we're back to
cinematic
the
gold. I do
beginning
have a
of
movie
our
recommendation.
conversation with
And
the
we've come
straws.
full circle here.
Yes.
And
I watched this film recently. It's called Castaway on the Moon. If you don't mind subtitles, I think it's on.
Oh hell yeah!
Like
I'll
Japanese
watch foreign
or-
films.
Yeah. It's about this guy. He like tries to commit suicide. He jumps off this bridge, and he doesn't die. He just washes up on this little island where nobody's really paying attention to it. He can't swim, so he can't go back to civilization. Just kind of stuck on that island, just trying to eat, live, survive. It was a fantastic film. There's
Like
a
Castaway?
scene. It's like Castaway, except he's a lot closer to like in civilization.
That's
It's
funny.
just like
Yeah,
it's just like right down.
He's
the
right
road.
there. You know, if anybody happened to glance over, they'd
Oh,
see
it's
him.
like the Swiss Army Man. Did you see that one?
I saw half of that movie.
No, that movie was fucked up. That movie was fucked up.
Dude, I don't watch enough movies.
Not the premise, but if you watch the actual
What
plot, the overarching plot,
What-
he's like a crazy person.
Yeah.
what about like TV
Carrying around
shows?
a dead body.
What are you guys like top TV shows?
I like Game of Thrones.
Game of
course.
fucking Thrones.
Valar
hell yeah.
Morghulis.
Dracarys. Devoris.
I'm a big X Files fan, but I do like Game of Thrones.
I've been watching Steven Universe.
I love X-Files, low-key. I did not know dick about X-Files until one day me and my ex-girlfriend got wasted. and put on Netflix, put on the X-Files, and for the next month and a half, it was just X-Files everywhere all the time. Sully's my boy. Shouts to, what's that dude's name?
David Duchovny?
Yeah, Californication was great too.
Yeah.
Californication was great. I basically want to be him.
I know.
Like,
you want to get punched in the face after an orgasm?
Fuck yeah, dude. Yes, absolutely.
That was
I want
such
to
a great
nut and get
episode.
punched in the face, and then, as long as she's not 16, because then
Yo,
you know
that was
then Chris Hansen busts in the
Oh,
door.
was that the
and-
thing? Was that a thing in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, he accidentally fucked his ex-wife's new husband's daughter,
Daughter?
who's 16. On accident. He didn't know.
He didn't know her age.
She was very mature for her age. They never specified.
Yeah.
Nice
Very
knockers.
mature.
You do get to see her tits, and they are amazing.
You don't see that too often.
You're supposed to be you're supposed to be looking at a 16-year-old's titties?
You
Fucked
don't
up
know
world
that,
we
you
live
don't
in,
know that
dude.
until like
It's
a long
fucked
time
up
later.
world.
You don't know that a long time later. When I was 20, okay,
Sounds
I'm
exciting.
not actually gonna. No, never mind. But still, like, so.
Oh my god.
On that note, I think we're gonna give out last closing comments. How's that sound?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So first off, I want to thank you guys for coming.
Dude.
Fuck yeah! Shouts
Absolutely.
out
Thanks
to
for being on.
Seafoam
It's been a
Sound.
blast.
Sound. Thank
Seafoam
you.
Sound. Shouts to True Gang. Shouts to Truminati. Shouts to Guild. Shouts to Pale. Shouts to all the homies that are helping us doing it. Shouts
Yes.
to fucking Dungeon Destroyer. Shouts to Seos. Shouts to Sai. Shouts to fucking Jay Hill, Elijah Young, fucking everybody over at Seafoam.
All the
man.
famo. Shouts to you guys. For
Shouts to
bringing
you
us
guys.
in.
Dude,
Just
shouts
shouting.
to
We're just
shouts to the
shouting.
whole Wasiuk gang. Shouts to fucking 2 guys and a few good men, the whole group. You bunch of perverts. I love you. It's a lot less dick pics now, so like I came back to the group. I appreciate
Don't be gay.
y'all.
Shut up.
Yeah, shouts to fucking everybody, man.
All right. Also, guys, want to let you know that we have shirts now.
Tight.
Purchase.
Buy a
for
shirt. Don't be a
15.
skirt.
Any
Buy a
color
shirt.
you want, we can do now. Just let me know. Evan,
I'm Evan O'Neill.
I'm TJ Wasiuk.
I'm Keenan Willis, aka Nutter Tut.
I'm Shade One, Matt Strong. Holla at us, Facebook, everywhere that you know. Be.
Peace.
Peace.
Hail Satan.
Better than I ever been. But I'm only human and I make mistakes every now